Hi everyone. Today is Sunday, November 6th, 2022. I'm Crystal Dawn Hill, and this is part 3, and hopefully the conclusion of my video message about how the ocean has impacted my twin flame journey. So part 1 got cut off because I had run out of space and it got cut short, so I did part 2 after deleting some other videos, and that one got cut off as well. So I uploaded both videos already and then deleted them out of my phone before doing this part. So hopefully I will be able to get all the way through the story this time. So where part 2 left off was when I was talking about having the epic dream shortly after I got married to my second husband. I believe it was after we were married. It may have been shortly before. I don't remember now. Anyway, this dream that I had was at the ocean, and I was having the dream from 2 different vantage points simultaneously. I was one of the 2 parties engaging in the dream, engaging in the activity in the dream, and then I was also like a third party that was looking down and observing these 2 people. And from the first party perspective, the first person perspective, I was one of the 2 people engaged in, it wasn't sexual activity, but it was just romance and being together at the beach and embracing and that kind of thing. And then from the third party or third person perspective, I was looking down on myself and the man that was in the dream with me. And this was at the ocean, at the beach. And when I woke up from this dream, I wanted desperately to go back to sleep and for the dream to resume, because it was the most blissful, euphoric, warm feeling, and the feeling of belonging that I had ever felt in my entire life. In fact, it was the only time I ever felt anything even close to that. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go back to sleep, so I laid there and I prayed and asked God, if this person is real, or please let him be real. And if he is real, please let me meet him. And if we meet, please let him feel toward me the way that I feel toward him. And I went about my life after that. I ended up having my twin flame awakening. I left my husband. I set out on my own. A few years later, I got into another long-term relationship. And then I had my catalyst awakening and the boyfriend of 7 years, and I ended our relationship, and I got involved with my twin flame catalyst, and I shared all of that in the first 2 parts of this video message. So now I'm up to where I was at the beach, at Virginia Beach, reflecting on the time when I was at Nag's Head and saw the sunrise, and it felt like Jesus greeting me. So as I was at Virginia Beach and reflecting back, I was thinking about how the beach has impacted my journey. And then more recently, I was watching this video of my Divine Masculine's country, and the area in the footage looked familiar, and I realized that it looked similar to the where we were in Cape Cod on our honeymoon. So I felt guided to see if there was any correlation, like to do research online and see if there was any correlation between the two areas. And what occurred to me that felt like very much an epiphany was that when I was in Cape Cod, geographically speaking, I was closer to my divine masculine than anywhere I'd ever been before in my life. So as far as geographical coordinates, we were in closer proximity when I was in Cape Cod than anywhere else I've ever been. And I think that is what sparked my interest in delving into this more deeply and seeing if there was any correlation. Well, it turns out that that area where Cape Cod is in existence was actually, I guess you can say, like, founded. I don't know if that's the right term, but for lack of a more accurate expression, it was founded by the people of his country. So the reason that I feel like the ocean is so significant for him and me is because that's all that divides us, is the ocean. But after all of this took place and I began to have all these epiphanies, I realized the ocean isn't separating us, it's what's drawing us together. I mean, physiologically speaking, yes, it's all that is between us. But energetically speaking, it's drawing us together. And the most astounding of all of my realizations that I had during this unfoldment in my mind of all these different events was that when he and I first met online, which of course we've never met in person, but when we met online, he felt like my personal version of Jesus. And I just recently found out there's actually a song called My Personal Jesus, which absolutely blew my mind. So I'm not the only one in the world that, you know, that has conceived that notion. But anyway, I realized that when I was at Nag's Head and I felt like Jesus was coming up over the horizon to greet me, I was feeling the essence of my twin, my beloved, my divine masculine. Because just across the horizon is where he lives. And for that same reason, I was feeling him so closely in Cape Cod, because I was even closer to him there than I was in Nag's Head. So, you know how in the Twin Flame community we talk about the third energy and it being spirit? Well, water represents spirit. So it's like the ocean is the third energy. And you know how when we're in runner chaser mode and we're in separation and people say that it's the third energy that's orchestrating it all? Well, wouldn't that just make sense that the ocean is holding us apart, and then when it's the right timing and divine timing, it pulls us together? So I don't know if everyone who hears this is going to resonate or really understand what I'm trying to convey here, but I know there's some twins on the journey that are going to completely get this. It's going to completely resonate. And, you know, even if it isn't the ocean that that you resonate with, you know, most twins that are in any kind of a geographical separation are separated from some body of water, whether it's a river or, you know, a stream or whatever. So on some level, I know this is going to resonate, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the story, whether it applies to your personal journey or not. I hope that it inspired you in some way, because inspiration is spirit being in you. And as I said, water represents spirit. So thank you all very much for listening. If you got through all 3 parts and listened to the end, I appreciate you so much. I wish you all the very best along your journey, whether it's a spiritual journey on your own individually, or if it's a journey with your divine partner or twin flame. I wish you all the very best. And thank you for following along my journey as well. Take care and have a wonderful day.